Good morning and welcome to our final day in Jerusalem. Well, our final day of the holiday. How quick's that gone?
Just like that.
What we're going to do for the last day is head somewhere that, well, it's one of the most important things in this city, but something we haven't done yet. And that is head to the Via Dolorosa. Hold on, open this gate. Head to the Via Dolorosa, which is the route Jesus walked, sorry, with his cross to the church of the Sepulchre, where he died on the cross and then his body was anointed and then he was buried. That's where we're heading today, so that's what this video will be about, and unless anything drastic happens after that, this will be the final video of the trip. What you see down there is Lion's Gate. We are currently on the Via Dolorosa. We're going to follow all the steps Jesus took towards the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where he died, was buried and anointed. So yeah, this is the Via Dolorosa. We're going to show you stop 1 and 2, where he was sentenced to death and where he received the cross. You have to remember, this is all what I've learnt myself, so if anything is wrong, I do apologise. But this is the first stop. What's it called, Pete? The Church of the Holy Flagellation, something like that? Chapel of the Flagellation. You can see this is where Jesus was condemned to death and where he received the cross. Alright, that's number 1, so that's where he was condemned to death in there.
And number 2 is...
Number 2 is what, in front of us? Alright, so there you go. Thank you. So this is inside. So where Jesus was sentenced to death and where he received the cross. Right, let's move on to station number 3 on the Via Dolorosa. You can see the signpost there, the Via Dolorosa. We're heading down to the bottom to stations 3 and 4. I think there's 12 stops, but I think the 7 are on the Via Dolorosa. The rest are inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. So we'll show you them when we get there. But heading down to station 3. Just walked from number 4 straight to number 5. This is where Simon helped Jesus carry the cross. So he carried it all down that long road till they turned right onto the Via Dolorosa still. And this is where Simon helped Jesus carry the cross. Stop number 5 on the Via Dolorosa. There wouldn't even have been a chapel, it would have just been a street, wouldn't it, probably? And they've built a chapel from where it happened. Right, so we go to stop number 6, which is Veronica wipes the face of Jesus. Again, I apologise, I'm not really sure who Veronica is in this story. Well, that's where we're heading, number 6. We're just coming up on to station 6.
And small chapel closed.
Oh, it's closed, yeah. Is it? Oh no, that's open. Number 7, where Jesus fell for the second time. The Via Dolorosa carrying on from down there.
Yes, go inside, please.
Thank you. The stairs heading to number 8. A bit busier up this end. Hey, that must mean we're getting near the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Amount of people here. We're 2 stops off reaching the church. So stop number 8 on this stop is where it says Jesus spoke to the daughters of Jerusalem. It's stop number 8. Not much to show there. Well, yeah, said that he spoke to the daughters of Jerusalem. Now we've got just one more stop, number 9, and then we're into the church, which must be at the top of there. Heading towards number 9. And here we are, the last stop. Yeah. Station 9. Which is where Jesus fell for the 3rd time. Number 9 is just through that door, which means we've now covered the Via Dolorosa walk. Now we're going to head to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which I think may just be behind here actually. And then we're going to show you the rest of the stages in there where he was put on the cross, where he was anointed, where he died, and a walk around the church. Via Dolorosa done, now into the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which I think this may be the back of it. It may not. Let's go. So after we've walked the Via Dolorosa, we finally reached the point where Jesus was carrying his cross to. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. A couple of things, well, to point out is the ladder on the top. If you look at photos from the 1800s, that ladder's been there since. Apparently there was some dispute between who owned it on cleaning the windows, and someone said, oh, you've got no right to do that, so they just left the ladder there. And that ladder's been there. If you look at photos from the 1800s, it's there. If you look at this wall here, it's pretty new, but you can see the old, there must have been a big archway there somewhere, and they've obviously bricked it all up. You can see the stones from it. What do you reckon so far? Good walk so far, that Via Dolorosa?
Oh yes.
Yeah, very good. Right, let's head in and I'll show you a few things in there what I know. Yeah, I'll just charge 200 shekels an hour, Pete, alright?
Yeah.
As a tour guide.
Yeah.
Let's go in then, eh? So remember, this is the church where Jesus was killed and where he was buried. All this is done off my knowledge, stuff that I've watched on YouTube or read, because I'm not a really religious person at all. So all this is what I've learned. We're going to start by turning right as soon as we walk in up here, Pete. Then we'll have a look up there. So as soon as you walk in the door, turn right to these steps, and I'll show you when we get to the top. So this is up here, we're going to turn right. So this is split into 2, this part. What you see, this is the Christian part. And if I remember right, that's the Greek Orthodox part. What I do know, what I was told, Pete, is this was all burnt down years ago. So all this is new, all this, well, new I say, hundreds of years. Just before we head to where he was put on the cross and killed, in this little, if you're in the Christian part, in this room here, the little church to the right, this is where Jesus was undressed. Because when he carried the cross, he was dressed, he went in there and he was undressed to, obviously I think he just had like that cloth on, didn't he, on the cross. And that's where he went in that room there to be undressed and put on the cross, in that room. It's amazing what you learn on YouTube. There's an Israeli tour guide called, I can't remember his name, Isaac Shekel, something Shekel. He's really, really good. I'll put a link below to his channel where I've learned everything. Okay, let's head over here. So we're on the other half now. You can tell this is the Greek Orthodox part, or the Armenian. I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. I think it was the Greek Orthodox. Am I right, or is it Armenian? So this is where you can actually see the picture there. Okay. This is where the cross was. You see in there. It's not very bright, but you can touch the hole in there. There is a hole in there. You can't see it very well. But that's the place where the cross was, and this is where Jesus died. Some stone from the actual age there. So we'll head down now, Pete, and we'll have a look at the tomb and the slab of stone that he was anointed on when he died. Let's go have a look.
See this? Got Jesus and apostles next to it.
Let me zoom in. Where's Jesus? At which end?
The one in the middle.
Far end.
Book.
Oh yeah, I see. And that's what his apostles or disciples. As you come down the stairs, there's a huge mural on the wall showing where he was killed upstairs on the cross, taken down to a slab, which we will look at in a minute, which is there. And then at the end, put into his tomb. Okay. What you will see now is when Jesus was killed on the cross, which was just up there, he was fetched down, and as you can see on that drawing, he was put onto a slab, would you call it? A slab of there, where he was anointed and covered up and dressed, as you can see what they're doing on the picture. Well, that slab is right here. On this slab laid Jesus after he was killed, and people touch it. You're allowed to touch it, as you can see, and then rub it off. Yep, this is the exact place. If you believe in Jesus, when he was killed, just up there, his body was then laid on here, anointed, covered up, and then placed in his tomb, which we will go see in a minute. So if we go back to that picture, Pete, we've seen where he was killed on the cross. Behind us is where he was laid. Now we'll go look at the tomb, yeah? Usually there is a massive queue for the tomb, so if there is, we're not going in. But it doesn't seem very busy today, so let's go have oh yeah, there's a massive queue for the tomb. So the queue starts there, it goes all the way around the back and in. What you're about to see now is the tomb where Jesus was buried. So this is the tomb. Inside there is where Jesus was buried. Now what I've learned, Pete, is that has been destroyed many, many times. That is not the tomb Jesus was buried in. And I think that's maybe 200 years old, that tomb. I'm afraid this is where my knowledge stops. I know them three things in this church. Well, yeah, it's been a good walk and a good look in here, and I highly recommend people to do that Via Dolorosa walk and come in here. Yeah. Yeah, because we're not even that religious, are we? We know the stories. I don't know all the stories. I've learned quite a lot on this holiday before, but it's definitely worth doing, isn't it? Because you know of the stories. You know Jesus died on the cross. You know he was buried. I didn't know about that stone, did you? That slab of stone. That he was. So yeah, just have a research on it, and if it's something that interests you, come and have a look. Because it is very, very interesting, even if you believe in it or not. Okay, that's the end of this. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Via Dolorosa and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I'll see you all in another video very, very soon. Goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all on YouTube very, very soon. Goodbye everybody.